Welcome to Franchise Empires.
Did this come before COVID, during COVID, after COVID, when you decided, hey, we think this can actually succeed as a franchise model? And, I'd love to know, like, your thought process as a founder who maybe you already had a few corporate owned stores. You had potentially, access to capital. Yeah. What was that thought process like going through for you? Just, hey, do I want to build more stores myself and we'll own all of it? Versus, the economics and the business model changes pretty drastically, right? When you decide, oh, I'm going to franchise it and I'll get 6% or whatever percentage of revenue as a royalty and maybe some other monetization methods. But obviously just with investors, it's a much different conversation. So yeah, just curious to hear about kind of how you thought about it.
So we wanted to do both, and we actually done both. And this happened before the pandemic. This was back around 2018. And the reason why we wanted to build our own store was because we were still trying to figure out, there was so much innovation and iteration that we're doing that we needed to control the full aspect of the store, the product, content, how we think about operations, how we think about marketing. Everything was really built from the ground up. But at the same time, we also looked into franchising because it worked as a business, but also we knew that our type of business can really kick off with network effect. What we sell are digital experiences. So the more locations we have, the more resource we can allocate on content so we can have more launches. And with more launches, there's more reason for people to come back again and again. And that was our philosophy. But in the early days, we faced some challenges, which is, this is in terms of the franchise world, like usually you don't see a lot of entertainment option at all. So we get to a place where people are like, well, I'm not sure this is going to work, for the long term. So it was certainly harder. That's why we focus more on corporate store. We want to build out the economics. And then entering the COVID times, our business is really, we don't have like an online component to it. It's really you come there and play. So the pandemic basically freezed the business. We had to hibernate, but we took that chance to really optimize our business to really get the type of P&L that we're looking for. And when the world started to recover again, one of the things that we've seen is, because of the pent-up demand, people inside their homes, they really wanted to go out, with their friends and family. And it turned out that Sandbox was the place for them. I remember that 100% of our guests book ahead online, during that period. And nowadays, 80% of them still book ahead online. So that was kind of the evolution. So nothing really happened during franchising during COVID era. But, from 2021 till now that we have, 3-4 years of data point, we can actually show the historic of how these stores that we had before really continue to increase in revenue over time. We had about 7 locations before COVID in the US. Now we have about 36 locations in the US. So, and across many more markets. So it shows a much different picture than before, which makes it easier for us to talk about our product and our business.
100%.